It's time for the Giz Wiz with Mad's maddest writer, Dick D. Bartolo. This is episode 1544, recorded Thursday, November 12, 2015. Crash Test Dummies. On this episode of the Giz Wiz, we got a smart home, a smart cup, and a smart app to get your drinks. All coming up next on the Giz Wiz.
It's the same dumb show with Dickie D and OMG chat on your PC. It's time for the Giz Wiz because gadgets are his business. They've got a gizmo sickness, geek disease, under pathology, rows and rows of USBs, glowing LEDs. Get ready for the Giz Wiz now.
And here he is, the wizard of all gadgets, Mr. Dick D. Bartolo. How you doing, Dickie
Chad,
D?
how you doing?
I'm doing fine. Had a shake-up right before the show. The show's starting quite a bit later, an hour and 30 minutes later than it normally starts.
Well, I think car accidents qualify as legitimate late starting excuses.
Yeah, I hope that they do. Otherwise, gosh, I don't know what standard to hold myself to. But yeah, so I was in a small car accident right before the show. Not a big deal. Just someone pulled in front and didn't have enough time to. I actually skidded a lot, and I don't have anti-lock brakes on my car.
And, oh, well, that's a good thing. I would get some of those.
Yeah, just throw them on. You know, just add them.
Yeah. And you were as safe as you could be. I mean, driving on the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, I don't understand it.
No, there's no speed limit on the sidewalk, and you were, you were going very slow.
I had my hazards on and everything, so I don't understand.
Yeah, well, there you go.
There you go.
In court, you point that out in court.
I will.
Once the judge hears that, I have on the sidewalk.
Inadmissible evidence. I sketched the accident right after it happened. So
you have a
sure.
sketch dash cam, right?
Oh,
you have
the
very cheap. You have the as seen on TV dash cam,
sketch
which
cam,
is actually sketch cam.
Yeah,
which is
actually wait a second. I might have just bought Skechers, the shoes. So I'm not sure what I have exactly, but I'm sure that it'll be fine in court.
Okay.
Yeah, but
and you're a trooper. The show must go on, ladies and gentlemen.
The show must go on.
He just crossed 9 lanes of traffic, wiped out 18 cars, and yet here he is.
Yep, I caused one accident on the way home, and then I caused a whole bunch of others, on the way home to get back to
trying to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
But you got here. That's the main thing. That's another thing to tell the judge.
Exactly.
Your Honor. It's a podcast. It's not like something that can happen late. It's a podcast.
We're live on the internet.
It's on the internet.
Live to hard drive.
The most important of all entertainment mediums, the internet.
I have a worldwide appearance. Don't you understand?
Where everything is run by an atomic clock.
Yes. What is funny is I do have big news. I just got back from the 48-hour charity marathon.
Yes, how did that go?
Oh my gosh, we raised over $208,000. $208,000. Oh my
God.
It was so much fun.
And I get 45% of that, right?
Wait a second. This all goes to charity. All of it. It is quite funny, actually, getting Ubers back and forth in between the event space and the hotel. I was like, dang, these are expensive, and it feels weird that we raised all this money, but still,
it takes money to raise money.
Exactly.
What was your goal that you were going to shave everything off?
That was at 300,000. That was
so you were safe. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I didn't have to do that, which was.
It actually looks like you started to grow more stuff.
It did. You start one charity thing and you got to do another. I'm doing No Shave November right now. I don't know how the No Shave November is to bring awareness to, I believe, colon cancer, and I don't have prostate cancer. I should probably know what I'm bringing awareness to if I'm gonna participate in it. But I feel like I'm all. Charitied out, especially because this thing is so scratchy. I can't get over it. I'm only
you're
12
only
days
like
in.
a third of the way there.
I don't know if I could deal with not shaving my face. Yeah, it's prostate cancer. I might do a stream where we bring a lot of awareness to prostate cancer, and then I shave off.
Immediately, okay.
Yes, because
I think there was an event across the street from the Brick House once.
Oh, really?
I think they had some sort of a contest there for people who didn't shave. It might have been a beard and mustache contest, but there was something across the street from the Brick House.
Right. And so yeah, that's what I did. And then you headed off to a new
I went out to
gadget
SEMA,
extravaganza.
Specialty Equipment Manufacturers Association things, everything in the world for your car, truck, van. These people are very serious about that. Like an entire booth, a monstrous booth devoted to exhaust pipes. I mean,
my gosh.
Every kind, every color, another booth was just horns. But so I found some stuff for a show a little bit down the line. Fortunately, this November, actually October and November, there have been more shows. And the show I'm going to talk about tonight is a show called Engadget Live, which was held so far out in Brooklyn that next I sent you the photos, but for some reason they wouldn't open. So the bad news was it took an hour and a half to get there, 2 trains and a bus.
Oh my gosh.
To get there. And then when you get there, we're roaming streets and we can't find, and finally we see a little sign and it's down this road that looks like it's under construction, the Engadget event. But the amazing thing was the event takes place in a reconditioned pier that goes right out into the Hudson River.
Oh, wow.
And it has a terrace that you can walk around. And the most amazing thing of all, and like I said, I have the pictures next week, was Dennis and I are standing there, and the Queen Mary II goes by. And 10 years ago, almost to that weekend, we had been on the Queen Mary II. And then there was an amazing sunset. And so we were thrilled that we went to that event because we never
sounds like it ended up being a great time.
It was a great time. And then I said, Dennis, I can't believe it. Look at that sign. Ferry service to New York City. I said, we can go home by ferry.
Oh, wow.
And we went out and there was a little sign that said, due to rough waters, the ferry service has been suspended.
Uh-oh.
But there was another man standing there said, oh, I was going to go by ferry. I guess I'll take a cab home. And I said, we'll share a cab. Where are you going? And he was going 10 blocks from where we live.
Perfect.
Yeah. And he was an artist. So everything turned out fine.
That's great. That is fantastic.
Everything turned out fine.
Well, good job for Engadget Live.
Yes, exactly. So let's look at a couple of gadgets from Engadget Live. And the first is, it's another security camera, but a totally different take on a security camera. And I'll see what you think of it. Dick DiBartolo, Man's Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz one-take theater here at gizwiz.tv. Okay, so security cameras, there are a lot of those. We have a camera now that does something different. Actually, this is the camera. So not only can you look into your living room or wherever you want over your smartphone, but while you're home, you have something that can hang on the wall, give you your weather, temperature, humidity, and I'm with Wendy, who is one of the co-founders of Sentry. So Wendy, why did you think there was a need for this device?
I mean, I think security companies have been around for a while, but like for me, I've always lived in apartments. And I've actually been broken into, but it's like I've never been able to really have like security options. And the same goes for our co-founders who live in Taipei, which is halfway around the world, but we actually have the same issues. And so we were thinking about wouldn't it be great if there was something that was really simple to set up and accessible for everyone to know more about their homes, but without compromising the design. We also didn't want to have a scary looking camera at home. And so if you look at Sentry, it doesn't look like a camera. And that's really kind of where the inspiration came from.
Now, I assume that what we see here, we can also see on the smartphone app?
Yeah, so in addition to kind of the hardware device, we've built apps for iOS and Android. And here you can actually get a live video feed
Okay.
So if you're at home and the light turns blue, you know that either somebody is live streaming in or video is being recorded.
Oh, okay. Now, can I turn lights on at home from my smartphone?
Yeah, so in addition, well, as part of monitoring, we think it's also important to have control. So we started working with some third-party devices, and so we work with Wemo switches, Hue lights, as well as a Nest thermostat. And so, for example, we have a light here, and you can turn it on or turn it off, like straight from your phone.
I like this screen a lot. So the photos in there, do you have a choice of photos?
Yes, so this is actually a 10.1-inch touchscreen that you see here. So you can customize the look and feel.
Oh, wow.
Right. And so you'll see a collection of backgrounds that we've already chosen, as well as our community has really come together and helped us decide and choose on as well.
Now we come to the price.
Yes, the all-important price. So we wanted to make it very affordable for everyone. So the price is $299.
Oh, gee, I think that's really good. You know, is there any way to put on the screen what the camera is seeing?
In terms of live video monitoring so much, because you're standing right in front of the camera.
Oh, I see, okay.
But you can also swipe right and you'll get a timeline view. And there you see kind of like when activity happens, you have the snapshots of like what was captured. So say you come home at the end of a day, you don't have your phone with you, you can just walk up to your Sentry device, swipe right, and get that whole like view like right there.
Okay. And finally, can you set it for alerts? Can you set it so if someone walks by it, it'll ping your phone?
Yeah, that's a great question. So coming back to like either on your phone or on the device itself, you can set it into two modes. There's away mode, which will send you alerts, or you can put it on home mode. So when you're at home, you're not getting bombarded with kind of like activity detected.
Okay, and available now?
Yes, so we are going to be accepting pre-orders starting this coming Tuesday, November 3rd, and we'll be shipping out on Black Friday.
Oh, on Black Friday. Okay, did you do a Kickstarter campaign?
We did. So we launched as a Kickstarter campaign a year ago, and we've shipped out those units. And so we're really excited to bring it to kind of the community beyond Kickstarter now as well.
How much did you want, and how much did you get?
We were looking at a goal of $200,000, and we ended up raising almost $400,000 from 1,300 backers globally.
Wow, $200,000 extra. Which is why Wendy and I are going out for steak dinners right after this Gadget show. Oh, Wendy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Dick DeBartolo, Man's Baddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz, your website, I forgot.
And our website is Sentry, SENTRI.me.
Okay, very good.
Wow. So it's an all-in-one sort of tablet monitoring system, notification system, camera, works
Yes.
with your lights and
Right,
thermostat.
and like the Nest thermostat
Right.
and the Philips Hue system and the Wemo outlets. And also what's interesting is when I recorded that, which is like just 2 weeks ago, I said, can you pick your own photos for the display? And she said, not yet. And yesterday I was looking up some stuff about this device. I was typing notes, and I got a notice that the new software had just been updated, and now with the SD card slot, you can now bring up your own photos.
Oh, nice.
And also, it was now capable of saving live video. So like in 2 weeks, and I even asked, I said, can you talk through the device? And she said, not yet. And I said, well, is there a microphone in it? And she said, yeah, we put a microphone in it. And in one of the upgrades, we'll make two-way communication available. But it's kind of fascinating about these devices that in the past you would buy something and you would a week later you would find out, oh no, with the new model you can put in your own
you can do
picture.
that. Oh,
You can
man.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's great.
Now
that-
just with a software update, you can
Exactly.
so much more.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you can see people building that in. They'll ship with things that they don't activate yet. The Tesla Motors cars.
Yes, yes.
For, I think it was like a year, they were building cars with sensors and cameras that could use the autopilot feature. And they hadn't released the software yet. And so cars would just update and be able to automatically drive themselves on highways. Like that's so crazy to me that just with a software update, now your car can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And same thing with Sentry. And wow, that's really neat. You know, they just build a microphone in, so when they figure it out,
yes,
then they can use
exactly.
it.
Exactly, and an SD card slot so that you can save stuff and watch your own. So basically, you are getting like a digital picture frame and a weather station and and there's a camera in there. I sort of like the fact that instead of having a camera sitting there on your fireplace or wherever you have it, you can have what looks like a picture there, but it's also a security device. So I liked it. I thought it was a clever idea.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. It seems like it's not quite the end-all solution yet, because if you were really going to monitor every room, you'd have one in every room. Like, that seems a little bit crazy, but I think in certain scenarios it would be interesting.
Yeah, like apartment house dwelling where you just need one camera that shoots down the big room. You could, do that.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so funny with upgrades is, I have this new Vizio 4K TV, and I hooked an external speaker to it and plugged it in the back. And when I turned down the volume on the Vizio, the external speaker just stayed loud. And so I asked Scott Wilkinson, the home theater geek at TWiT, and he said, just go in and see if there's a software adjustment for that. Because my old HD TV, had variable audio jacks out and standard audio jacks out. The Vizio just has one set of jacks. But I went into the menu and I see audio and I see fixed with an arrow, and I hit the arrow and then the word variable comes up and you hit select. And so now I've changed what the RCA jacks in the back of the set does. And I'm thinking, this is really great. I'm thinking, how am I going to put an amplifier in between the speaker and the TV? But it's can all be changed in the software. So it's great.
That's fantastic. Software is the best thing to make good hardware even better.
Yes. Yeah.
It really is. And then also the same thing, I can't tell you how many, I haven't used Sentry's mobile app. I cannot tell you how many security hardware things I've used that have really crummy mobile experiences. So I hope that Sentry's is better. I haven't gotten to use it, but I cannot tell you how many times people fail on the software side of hardware.
Yes.
So
yeah,
exciting.
I know.
Well, next gadget.
Okay, now the next gadget is, I don't know. Maybe are you a water fan? Do you worry about how much water you're drinking? And
there was a time that I was the start of college. I carried around a jug of water all the time. I wanted to make sure that I was getting at least 3 liters of water a day. I was keeping track. I had a Nalgene bottle that I made sure that I would keep track of how many times I had emptied it and refilled it to drink more water. And then back when I was at TWiT, I did sort of the same thing with an app to keep track of how many glasses of water I had a day. So yeah.
Okay, we'll go back to those times, and then you will like this gadget.
Perfect.
Dick DiBartolo, Mavs Menace writer, and the Giz Wiz One Take Theater here at gizwiz.tv. So I'm walking by Osmo, and I find a water container that you can charge via USB. Yes. Right, now, why would someone want to charge their water bottle?
Because this smart cup actually tells you when you have to get hydrated and how much water you've drank every day. It also vibrates to remind you that it's time for you to drink water.
And you know, they always say everybody must have 8 glasses of water every day. Will this tell you if you need 8 glasses or how many glasses you've drunk?
Sure. So we actually developed an app that actually calculate what is your hydration goal based on your height, your weight, your gender, and your age. If you don't want to do that calculation, you can also enter a personal goal, which is maybe recommended by your nutritionist or your doctor.
And you know, show me what we see on the bottle itself.
Sure. So on the bottle itself, it has 3 lights. So when you're fully hydrated 100%, it will show you 3 lights blinking. And when you're half hydrated, it will show you 2 lights. And when you're really way below your goal, it will only show 1 light. So even without the app, you can actually use the app, use the cup to tell you really how hydrated you are.
And how many fluid ounces does the cup hold? Osmo hold?
12 ounces.
12 ounces, right. Okay. And when you charge it, how long will the charge last?
So you only have to charge it once per week. So once you have it fully charged, you know, after a week you have to just charge it again, but it lasts for a week, yes. Okay,
and can you show us quickly what the app looks like?
Sure.
Dennis, we're going to see the app over here.
Sure.
Okay.
So this is our app interface. Basically, it's telling you that you should be drinking 65 ounces of water every day.
It looks like a monolith of light.
And right now, I've reached my goal for 26 out of 65 ounces. And we also have a coffee feature that also helps you track how much coffee you've been drinking.
Well, how does it tell you? Oh, you have to be drinking the coffee out of the cup.
Yes, so you can pour out, or when you finish drinking all the water from the cup, and when I pour in coffee, it will automatically switch to this interface. And so...
it senses the heat?
So it's a optic technology that can identify the color of the beverage. So based on the color, it can tell whether you're drinking water, tea, or you're drinking water.
Oh, that is pretty neat.
Right.
And what is the retail price?
So for Osmo Active, it's selling for $60 on Kickstarter, so come and support us. And for Java Plus, it's a different model that has a cradle underneath that keeps your beverage warm. And so that one is selling for $99.99.
Oh, okay. And will it charge it or just keep the beverage warm?
It also charges through a USB. So it heats up the beverage because it has the cradle that connects to a USB charger.
Okay,
yeah.
And available now?
Yes, it's available now. You can order on Kickstarter, and we'll ship it to you before Christmas.
Okay, and it's Osmo.com?
It's Osmo.io, but if you go to our Kickstarter website, you can actually go to Kickstarter and search for Osmo.
Dick DiBartolo, Mad Maddest Writer, and the Giz Wiz. One Take Theater here at GizWiz.tv. I like the red one. That is really, you will be seen when you go jogging. Okay, bye. I'm going to drink I'm going to drink 60 ounces of screwdrivers. Bye.
Apparently they had an open bar at the Gadget live event.
Actually, for a while they did. They had an open bar for 1 hour. And also this I saw on their website that it interfaces with like the Fitbit and other exercise devices. So back then when you were a water freak, is this something that would appeal to you?
Oh, totally. Especially if it would have worked with MyFitnessPal is what I use to keep track of eating and drinking and absolutely everything.
Oh, okay, okay.
And you know, the fact that there's a difference between coffee and water. I don't really drink coffee, but hey, that's kind of neat.
Yeah, I thought she said tea also, but I'm not sure. But it's kind of interesting that it's an optical sensor that knows if it's clear or coffee.
That's really neat. I need that for soda.
Oh yes, that's.
You know, is there carbonation in this? Oh gosh. Okay, well that's what you're drinking right now. And then the other added feature of the Osmo Java, which will keep your drink warm. I'm surprised. I'm sure that there must be cups out there that when you set it down on a pad, it keeps your drink warm. I mean, that has to exist, right? This is the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, right. I think the thing was that this was going to charge it and keep the beverage warm at the same time.
Got it. Got it.
And that's coming mid-year, because I remember someone saying they're still working out how to get the heater in with the charger. So they have 6 months to do it. They have 7 months to do it. All right. Well, then this is something that you would consider.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? I think the price point is pretty spot on at $60. If this would have, the Java one is $100. I don't think I wouldn't.
It's a little excessive.
Yeah, I wouldn't jump on that. But if I was really being meticulous, I could see spending around $60. It seems like it's right there on the edge. It's as much as a video game, and if I knew that I would use it a lot, I could see myself keeping track via the app integration, and the cool factor of having a robotic cup to measure how much I'm drinking.
Yes, and walking down the street with a lighted LEDs on the side of your cup.
Yeah, you could show it off. So
good conversation starter.
Yeah, I got all 3 lights.
Yeah. I can talk now because I'm totally lit.
Exactly. I'm lit, and you can tell from the cup that I've had over 12 ounces. That's fantastic. Yeah, so I actually like that product. That's a good one.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay. Now the next one, the event was the main sponsors of Engadget Live was Ford with Ford Sync, and something called Drizly. Now, do you know about Drizly?
I have not heard of this.
Neither have I. So the open bar I talked about for an hour was sponsored by Drizly, and so I said, I got to find out what Drizly's doing here and what they do. So what I did is I have a quote from the company press release so that you can get an idea of this, okay?
Okay. By the way, before you start, it sounds like this is maybe a service for a rainy day. Like, you know what? It's drizzly.
Oh, like drizzly?
It's drizzly outside. I need something to cheer me up. So can I get some carnival workers to come to my house and cheer me up? It's drizzly.
Oh, okay. Okay, drizzly.
Oh, it's raining outside. I can't go outside. It'd be great is to have a whole bunch of plants delivered. Drizzly. It's the perfect service for a drizzly day.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just an idea for them in case they need to pivot.
Their logo is, I think, a red bear.
Oh, yikes.
But anyway,
wait, that's completely different. It's obviously picnic food that they deliver. Drizzly, they couldn't call it a grizzly bear. That's copyrighted by the Grizzly Bear Association of the world. So it's Drizly Bear. Anyway, sorry.
Smokey the Bear will be on your tail.
They had to stay far away from Boo Boo or any picnic basket references. Anyway, sorry.
Okay. Drizly is a technology company powering a superior shopping experience for beer, wine, and liquor.
Oh.
Combining the best selection and price with speed and convenience of on-demand delivery, Drizly delivers the joy of drinking to legal-age drinkers across the U.S. Now, the company has raised $17.8 million.
What? Through a Kickstarter campaign? Through what?
Through
investors,
investments and angels. So this is not like 2 guys in a van and a 6-pack saying...
This is at least a keg, is what you're telling me.
So this is the idea. So far, you're lucky because they're running in Austin and in L.A.
Oh, perfect.
So both your bases are covered. Baltimore, Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Denver, Hoboken, New Jersey, New York City, New Orleans. It's all on their website. So what you do is you download the app, iPhone or Android, or there's a computer app. You log in, you sign up, you pick your favorite
They have
foods.
3 pages of just tequila.
Yes, they have a ton of stuff. Wow. Now, according to the website, it's no more than you would pay in the store. It's delivered within an hour.
What?
They need they said we have several ways to scan licenses, et cetera, to make sure that you are of legal age. And they do say you have to tip your driver because we don't hire the driver, and probably the liquor store doesn't. And in most markets, they add a $5 fee, but for some reason, there is no fee in New York City. So, you were talking about having soda delivered in an hour.
Yes.
And who did that come from?
Postmates. There's a service called Postmates, and they do basically the same thing, but with restaurants. And you can also add custom orders. So you can say, I need you to go to the grocery store and pick up Band-Aids or anything that's at the grocery store, and then charge me whatever the cost of it is. I don't know what it is.
So they will go shop for you then?
Yep. It's called Postmates, and the thing is if you download Postmates, it seems like it is just a food delivery app because they've gotten very good at that service. And the cool thing is that if you're going to use it for food delivery, then once you place your order, it shows all of the Postmates people a lot like Uber, where you can see all the cars, and then the cars that you chose, you can see it on a map moving around using GPS coordinates.
Oh my word, yeah.
And so I love using it for right before recordings, because I have so many recordings and things I have to get to. It's not like Grubhub or Eat24 or any of the other food delivery services, because you can see when your Postmate will arrive. It gives you an estimated time. You can tell that they're at the front door and they can't get in. It's so much nicer to be able to keep track of your delivery. It's really, 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 really fantastic.
And then how do they charge for that? They charge what they paid in the store.
Yes. So here, let me show you.
And then how do they make money?
They do so you can see right here on the top. Let me bring down my brightness here. They have some that just cost $5 for delivery, but a few of these places would charge more for delivery, and that goes to Postmates. And then you also do tip on top of whatever you order. You tip
okay.
You don't have to tip. So it's a suggestion.
If you ever want them to come back to your door again,
exactly.
I would tip.
But they also always do they do different specials, and sometimes these are sponsored. Like there was a 007 special going around. This one right now is the 6-pack store, and then for $5 delivery. And so I could choose. Yep, I want a 6-pack. You choose what you want. So let's just say whatever that was, Hogarden. There you go. Add it to your cart. And you move on. It's really slick, and this other app seems a lot. And the thing is that with Postmates, you can choose just a liquor store or just a regular store. So this seems a very similar to what Drizly is all about, except that it's specialized for liquor. So,
right.
Interesting.
Yes. And they probably have, they seem to have a huge assortment of things to choose from. This is great. You're having a party and you're running out of something. You can.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've been live on stream. I need something. Let's say I'm getting super hungry, or sure enough, someone says, you know what, we should really do such and such when we get to this milestone. I'll go, oh my gosh, I need whipped cream for that. I don't have any whipped cream. And so you can Postmates it out, and it comes. One time I needed popsicles. And so you order popsicles off of Postmates, gets delivered right to your door.
Wow.
It's a better service than Uber Eats. Uber Eats will deliver it to the curb, where you have to go out and meet them on the street. Postmates will go right up to your door. So anyway, I've been really, really, really enjoying it.
Okay. And they're Postmates.com?
Yeah. I just Google Postmates, or in the App Store, Postmates. Yeah, it's very, very, very neat.
And the liquor thing is Drizly.com. Driz. And you see, it is a bear, right?
It is a bear.
It's supposed to be a grizzly? I'm not quite...
I think bear and beer tend to go together. I've seen a lot of thirsty bears, and I'm not sure why, but bears and alcohol seem to go together for whatever reason.
Okay.
But and I also like how they have trending recipes. So if you really want to make a Mai Tai and you don't know exactly how, you can go in here and then just order. You just order all the things that you need to get the Mai Tai.
Send me the Mai Tai kit.
Yeah, I need the Mai Tai delivered, please. That's how I want my drinks. Yeah. So I guess now it is time for me to get out of here.
Chad's crappy corner.
Chad's crappy corner. Get it
Now, if you remember from last week, the Patreons, our beloved Patreons who keep us going, decided that for November, the theme would be Chad's Gadget Warehouse.
It is. I'm very excited because I knew that I had things lying around the house that have stories behind them that I could tell everyone. I just had never gone out and found them all. And I went on a scavenger hunt today, and I ended up finding a lot more products than just the voice recorder I found last week. And all of them have fun stories behind them, so I'm really excited to show them off.
Oh, good. So where is your Gadget Warehouse? Like, do you have a cellar or?
It's actually, what's funny is it's actually this. Back here, there's a mirror. And then back here, there's a closet. And so this box, you can't see it, it's just off frame. But that actually had like basically everything. It was a few other boxes had them as well. But yeah, that's kind of where my warehouse is just in a closet in the studio. Yeah. So this gadget that I have comes from my childhood. And I think a lot of people...
His childhood, so it's more than 3 months old.
Exactly. We were aiming for at least 2, but we found one from 3. This should be recognizable to almost everyone if you have ever seen the movie Home Alone. Do you remember this product at all?
I saw Home Alone. I know it's
the Talkboy. The Talkboy was a product that... all it was a prop, and in Home Alone, they use this. The main character uses this to record people talking. He could make it go slow. He could slow down the speech. He could make it kind of go faster if he recorded in slow mode.
The chat room is saying the Talkboy from Home Alone. Oh yes. Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, it's here. Here's a commercial for the Talkboy.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
You can have lots of high-tech fun with Tiger's Talkboy tape recorder.
Hey, stop drooling on me. Hey, stop drooling on me.
It even has speed control.
Hi, kids. We're home early.
Hi, kids. We're home early.
Tiger's Talkboy tape recorder comes with audio cassette. Batteries not included.
Yeah, so that.
Wow.
And it was originally shown on the movie Home Alone, and the main character used it in his antics to stop the people who were trying to steal stuff from his house, the burglars. Oh, and I'm accidentally playing other videos. And this product actually did not exist when they made the movie. And there was a letter campaign sent to Tiger or I guess it was sent to the movie producers to make this product real.
Oh my word!
And then it was later sold as an actual product that people could play with. So there's actually a whole BuzzFeed article on it that I hope will load. And here we go. The Talkboy, the greatest movie prop ever. So there he is.
Macaulay Culkin. Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, it did not actually exist. It was designed as a non-functioning prop for the movie.
Oh, how funny.
Yep. And then after a massive letter writing campaign, fans of the movie, the Talkboy was put into production in 1993 and became an instant hit. And there's even Macaulay Culkin on the front of it there. Yeah, so go ahead.
Do you know how much it cost?
You know what? I was actually able to find a place that was selling it right now. The cost is $20 used on eBay.
Oh, okay.
That was basically the only price I could find. There was one that I think was like $300. I forget the MSRP when it actually came out. What's crazy is mine actually works. So we can play a little bit.
Wow.
What's funny is,
you know what? If the one caster ever goes out, we can record the Giz Wiz on it.
exactly. You know, if the monocaster
Yeah.
is dead.
Just drop off the key and get yourself free.
This is Don't Talk Back Jack or something like that. Ooh.
Now that's something you recorded from TV onto it, or
This
radio
was
onto it?
actually, this is just a cassette that I happen to have.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can fast forward this just a little bit. What's funny is it's so old that the motor in here is not really totally functioning all the time. Sometimes it'll
see.
spin, sometimes it won't. Yeah,
Like
see,
now it won't.
it's not spinning now.
Oh, yeah, you have to take the tape out and put a pencil in it and tighten it.
There it goes. It sounds kind of like weird and ominous.
Yes. Are the original batteries in there?
No, I added new batteries.
Okay.
Luckily, I stored it without any batteries in it. What's funny is I, just about 2 years ago, found this in my boxes, and there was a tape in it that had recordings from when I originally used it back, I guess in the late 90s, early 200s. And I recorded it to my computer, and I don't know what I did with that tape. But there is recordings of me messing with my sister with it. Just like walking around the house, recording things, just talking into it. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Just to give a quick overview of actually what it is, it's a tape player that has a microphone right here. And then on the bottom, over here where your thumb rests, you have on, off, and then slow. And you could turn slow on to either play a tape slower, or you could record in slow-mo, and then when you played it back, it would be played back in fast mode. So you could get both a slow voice and a high voice by either recording or playing back in slow. You have a headphone port, you have a volume port, and then the rest of it is just basically a normal cassette player with a speaker.
That microphone like fold in, or is it molded that way?
You know, it.
Okay. Yeah.
It can do either. It can kind of extend or not. This was obviously the see-through clear version. You saw the silver one on the commercial, and it had a little handhold for you to put your hand through while you're recording and using it. So that is apparently I didn't even realize I got the deluxe Talkboy. I don't know if that is any different. I may actually have just found the recordings, but I actually need to export them. So I can play those at the end of the episode. So stick around, and I can play you some of the recordings from the Talkboy.
Okay.
So I guess with my warehouse done, let's jump into the real warehouse with Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
They're geeky and they're goofy, together they are loopy. When gadgets pass away, he takes them out to play in Dick's Gadget Warehouse.
Actually, that's all finished. If you want me to play this now, I should be able to.
Do it.
Yeah, here, 1 second. It's
so these are your original recordings, right?
These are my original recordings from the Talkboy. I believe it's only going to be in one ear, so be prepared for that.
Hello, this is me, Jen.
So it's really hard to tell what I just said, but I said, hey, this is me, Chad. I'm here with my sister, Deanna.
But if this is what I said. And she just went off to go tell on me. But I do not care.
She's going to tell on me?
She's going to tell on me, yeah. And I don't care. I just do not care that my sister's going to go tell on me.
Day and everybody night. We'll share the moment.
Copyright music, you know, singing those tunes.
Every day and
Anyway, that is the recording that I had saved. It goes on. I have this
a bit of background
file. Yeah, it's a tiny amount. This file is 9 minutes long, so I will not subject you to listening to all of it. But those are some of the original recordings from the Talkboy.
So how old were you in that recording, would your guess be?
Oh my gosh. I would say I was probably 11 or 12. 11 or 12. I would assume that would have been in 97 or 98. So
okay.
I could have been 9 or 10 as well. So young.
So always drawn to recording devices and microphones, even then.
It's been destiny, you know. Even from that age, I was destined to be using a microphone.
Excellent, excellent, and we're all glad you did.
Thank you. Cool. So now back to the warehouse.
So yeah, back to so we've been using the warehouse spot to do pretty much anything we want, and we don't change the name of the spot because we all love the theme. But we're doing a viewer video, and we're doing a My Favorite Gadget from Ben Mike or Mychick. It's Miceek, and Ben, who is from Omaha, Nebraska, says, this is my favorite gadget, and here's his video.
Hi, Dick and Chad. My name is Ben, and I'm from Omaha. This is my favorite gadget, okay? This is a book player. It's a digital book player. I am visually impaired. So this is your play stop. This is a sleep button, so if you want to listen to it for a certain amount of time, this is the menu, the back and the forward button. You got your tone, you got your bookmark button. So this is how I listen to books. Thanks, love the show.
Okay. That is cool. You know, it's funny. I've actually seen and used one of those before. I'm not visually impaired, but I have a learning disability, a dyslexia, and sometimes audiobooks would come to me in one of those players. There was a recording studio in Austin, Texas that would record books that were not already available for audiobooks, and sometimes like textbooks, like my school textbooks, and it would come to me on a player that looked very similar to that. And so I assume they just had a whole bunch of the same players for everyone, for visually impaired or learning disability or whatever. But I actually used a player very, very similar to that one. Yeah.
Wow. And I emailed him and I said, Ben, do you remember how much it cost? And he just said it was free. And it's free to visually impaired or blind people. And I put a link. Ben sent me a link to where the device is. So I put a link to that in the show notes. Along with a link to the Foundation for the Blind MP3 and digital book player reviews. So if you're interested in learning more about that device, that should take you to it. That's the thing from the American Foundation for the Blind, and that's the one that Ben sent me.
Yeah.
So I think that's the device.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks like they changed it slightly. Oh no, I guess it is that device, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the moon was the sleep switch.
Yep. Yep, and you had a big old play pause button and a speaker in it, so that you could listen to it without headphones.
Chad, I'm still not clear. How do you get the books into it? The books?
This little cartridge right here.
Oh, each book is a cartridge.
Yes, each book is a cartridge, and you'd slide it in right underneath the play pause button, and that's how you'd play the book. Yeah?
Oh, okay.
So that's a cartridge of something. It looks like Mark Twain or something. I don't know. And yeah, so whenever you'd get your book, you'd get it with this big old case. And yeah. Anyway, yeah, I forget I forget the name of the school that we would use. It was a visually impaired school that would put the books on tape. And so there's a few times that I would have an assignment where I'd have to read a book. And at that time, I don't think Audible was a thing, or if it was, we didn't subscribe to it, because you could get this through the city, through public education. And that's what I used to listen to. I remember listening to a few chapters of my textbook, and then also a few books that were assignments too. So yeah.
Oh, interesting. So Ben, thank you. You get a Mad Magazine, a 35-year-old Alfred E. Newman picture, and this is where we always beg for more videos. Just about anything. Your favorite gadget. We love. Everybody in the chat room reacted when Chad had his recorder, because they all remember the Home Alone movie and seeing, was it Talkboy was the name of that thing?
Yeah, the Talkboy.
The Talkboy. So anything you have like that in your house, 2 to 3 minute video, put it on YouTube.
I'll tell you what. Here's how you find your gadget warehouses. Somewhere in your house there is a closet with a box full of things that you just have not tossed out yet. That every time you move, every time you get new stuff, you look at it and you go, and then you stick it in that box. So everyone has one. Go find it. Go pull out your phone, record a quick video with it. We would just want to see you be lit, be heard, and it's just that simple. Yeah.
That's it. And send it to mail@gizwiz.tv. 2 to 3 minutes. That's all we ask for.
And with that,
and that's it. Yeah.
I guess let's jump into by the way, the very exciting and not at all boring letter. This song.
Now,
exciting! No more sad letters themes.
No more sad letter. Hey guys, this is Ray, the one touch or toucan pieces of crap. I have an electric can opener. 15 years ago, oh my word! 15 years ago, I lost my left hand. Using a standard opener was more hassle than it was worth. The one I was told about and still own was made by a UK-based company called Kenwood. I assume it's the same Kenwood that we use for audio stuff here.
Yeah.
I found this video on YouTube that shows how it works. Yeah, I guess you run that video. It's just 30 seconds, Chad.
Perfect,
you see the link there?
Yeah.
And while Chad finds that video, here's the video. The Kenwood can opener. So this is a big guy.
Yeah, gigantic. Push the handle down.
Down.
It looks like, you don't need to baby it. You don't need to babysit it.
No. And then it lifts the lid out. And
it looks like it has a magnet. Like
it has a magnet on top.
And on top.
Yeah. And you're done.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, I must say that electric can opens are the way to go if you want, because they have a lot of power.
Yeah.
So one of the problems with the little handheld things is they run on 2 AA yours was 2 AA batteries too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So they don't have a lot of power.
When you're plugged into the wall, you can power a motor a lot better.
Exactly.
A lot better.
Exactly. And let me find it. Let's see. Thanks for all you do. Keep it crappy. I love the show. I often find myself spending money on things you feature, which is which is not always a bad thing.
Yep.
He says. So, Stephen, I hope you haven't gotten nailed badly on anything that we show. Stephen Mannery, Menary. So, Stephen, thank you for your letter of the week.
Perfect. And I've been looking for that email, Dick, and I still don't see it. So just to give you an update on that. We may have to show it next week.
Yeah, that's fine.
Big thank you to our Patreon supporters. Patreon.com/Giz Wiz is the place to go to support the show. If you like supporting independent content creators, Patreon is the best place to do
us.
it. And we have a Patreon page for you to help out the show. We really couldn't do it without people like you being generous and really helping independent content creators like me and Dick. So thank you guys so much for your support, and we're just always thrilled, just absolutely always thrilled that you guys are there to help us out. Make sure you head on over.
Just mention the store too.
Oh,
There's
yes,
a new store.
Yes. So if you want to support and also get something a little bit back, we have a new store at helloomg.com. And
also, you can now go to the store via
our site at gizwiz.tv. And let's just do that, because on gizwiz.tv, oh my gosh, look at that, we're live. You can see watch the show
look
live.
At us.
Look at us.
Look at us, Mom.
Look at us. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's now a new tab on the top that says store. So if you click that, it'll take you to our Giz Wiz merchandise store, where you can buy shirts, mugs, and hoodies, all with the Giz Wiz, the official Giz Wiz logo, the new Giz Wiz logo. And that if you want to support the show that way, we greatly appreciate it. Heading back to gizwiz.tv, Giz Wiz, the official. Oh, there I am. Repeating myself. It seems like there's an echo in here. Gizwiz.tv is the place to go when you want to watch the show live. We are live just about every Thursday at around 4:30 Pacific time. As long as I don't get
traffic and cars in the wrong direction.
Accidents, 48-hour marathons. What's happening next week?
Beard growing.
We are actually, next week we will be...
next week we're changing again.
Yes,
Thursday night. There's so many shows in October, November. Thursday night next week is PepCom.
Yes.
So we're recording it Wednesday night.
I haven't talked to you about this, but I have confirmed that I'll be in Austin for Thanksgiving. So we also might have to record on a Sunday.
That's fine.
So... We try to be there live every Thursday at 4:30. Follow me and Dick on Twitter to make sure that you get the most updated times.
Exactly.
But when we are live, gizwiz.tv is our home, and you can join the chat room and see the live stream there. It's just as simple as that. If you want to subscribe on HD, SD audio, or on YouTube, there are links there on the site, and also links to all of our previous episodes, with descriptions and places to find all of the gadgets and products that we covered on the show. You can either click the link to the side of the gadget, or if you click the gadget name, hey, it takes you on over to Dick's write-up on gizwiz.biz. So you can do that, whichever one suits your fancy. On gizwiz.biz, there's a new What the Heck Is It game, and I'm so excited because we got to figure out what the heck is this. It is obviously, when you're building Legos, those little wheels on the cars get away from you quite easily. So this is a Lego wheel holder to keep those Legos from rolling all over the place, getting stuck on the carpet. You step on them, it causes a bad day. Keep them in this. They don't roll around. You can keep them right next to you. It's very fancy, very nice. It comes in at the low price of $350. So you could buy this product too. That is the product that is on What the Heck Is It? If you don't believe me, well, shame on you, because that's actually what it is. But if you want to guess yourself, there are 12 Mad magazines for correct answers, or 24 Mad magazines for silly, funny, cute, ridiculous, and clever answers. And those are all signed by Dick himself. So,
yes. And if you win the Mad and the Alfred picture if you're in the U.S. or Canada, but if you're not, you get a shout out like I'm going to do now. This is a shout out to Cactus Head, who last month, the last gadget was this. Okay. And Cactus Head said, hi, he sent this. Hi, Dickie D. I'm delighted to be a winner from Edinburgh, Scotland. I never thought I'd become a winner by writing the sentence, it's a hamster's welding mask. But it just goes to show it's a mad world after all. Best regards from across the pond, Cactus Head. So if you, no matter where you live, if you play the game and if you win and you're not in the U.S. or Canada, you get your name and a little, whatever you write us, we'll read as your shout out. So play What the Heck Is It?
And I think that is about it for this episode.
Okay,
of the Giz
check
Wiz.
one more chance in your mail. Just see if it came.
Let me see.
If it came, last chance. If not, next week.
Refreshing. These have been the hardest images to send over the internet.
Ever.
You know,
ever.
Sometimes I just think we should just go back. Was it? What did they call the cavalry? What was the horse?
Pony Express.
The Pony Express. There you go.
Express.
There you go.
Okay.
You know, just it's so much more reliable than all this other stuff. It does not look.
Oh, that's okay. We will do them next week.
No problem. Thank you guys so much for being in the chat room, almost 100 users, and thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on next week's episode of the Giz Wiz.
I'll be here.